Okay, this is tip number 6, how to weight categories. So this is where it actually affects the math. This is where the math comes in. So until you set the weight, these colors aren't going to do anything for you. It's going to treat every grade as the same. So when I go to the gear here, I'm going to hit settings. And this is where I'm going to go into traditional grade scale calculations right here. Traditional grade calculations, click on that. And this is where the weighting comes up. So I've got 4 classes, so I got to do this 4 times. So when I click here, if I look, it's already set at category weighting, but I can change that by hitting the pencil. When I click on the pencil, this is where you can have the choice of clicking here and going total points or weighting. Okay, if you go total points, you can set the point value for something different. I go category weighting. I set it to, this is my bell work. Again, you can hit the down. Once you've set it, you should be able to see the ones that you created right there. And then you set the value. I put 10, which automatically creates 10% of their grade. So that green assignment only counts as 10% of an actual grade. I did that for here with the homework challenge. Homework or challenge assignments are worth 30%. I put that in, it automatically sets it. And then you have to do it again for category weighting. For tests, I made those 60%, and now you've got 10, 30, 60. They have to add up to 100 if you're doing percentage. Have to add up to 100. When you're done, you hit save. And you've got to do that for every single one. You just repeat that for every single class. And by the way, you have to do that at the end of every trimester. At the start of every new trimester, you've got to do this again. You don't have to set your categories, that always remains the same. But here, you've got to put in the weighting or it's going to forget it at the end of every try. So once you've done that, now the grades are weighted. So a test will be weighted heavier than a regular assignment, and that's going to affect it a little more. Sometimes I get a parent that does the math themselves. They're saying it's not adding up, and I have to remind them, nope, at the beginning of the year, I made it clear in my syllabus that the grades are weighted, so that the test scores are going to accurately show whether or not they truly understand what's going on, versus the 30% on homework, where I know they're getting help from home. They may be cheating. They may be getting help from other students. So that's why I weight it less. And then the 10% are just the notes and the partner work just to hold them accountable for what they're doing. So there's how to set the weighting. Once you've set the weighting, then you're all set mathematically with your grade book. So one more thing on categories. This saved me a lot of time when I finally got this question answered only 2 years ago. So when you're setting up categories, think of it this way. This was the notes section or the partner work, which is only 10%, the homework, which is only 30%, and the tests, which are 60%. Let's say during a trimester you only have 2 tests. That means really in this slice of the pie, there's only 2 pieces. So that weights it pretty heavy. Let's say I have 10 assignments in the 30%. That means this slice is divided up into 10 pieces. If you have 30 assignments, it's going to take just that slice and make it even smaller to 30 pieces. Whatever changes you make, however many assignments you add, it's never going to go outside of that piece of the pie. So mathematically, you will never go beyond 100%. So never will you have on a report card that says your students has 106% overall, because it never goes outside of the pie when it comes to weighting. So just be aware of that. Every time you add an assignment, it just makes that slice smaller and the weight not as much. Something to keep in mind when you're considering weighting. All right, hopefully this was of help to you. If you have any questions at all that you need answered, feel free to reach out to me. I'll try and answer them the best that I can. Great day to be a Bobcat.